Now, you did, the others did actually attend that party. Did you hear what ended up happening at the party and things of that nature?
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money. Alright. This lecture is going to be Woah Vicky exposes the Illuminatis and the parties and how they go down. I happen to come across this video watching World Star right now. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I have been in behind the scenes in Hollywood. I've seen a lot of Hollywood behind the scenes, and I've been to a lot of parties in Hollywood behind the scenes, which is why I choose to live in a small town. I enjoy the big city, but I spent a lot of my youth in and out of Los Angeles and in and out of Miami. I spent a lot of time. So I've came across a lot of celebrities and been to a lot of parties and have seen a lot of things, to the point that I know popularity and fame and riches is a joke, especially when you don't know who you are. But today we're going to be reacting to a video of Woah Vicky explaining the LA parties and what actually goes down. Air Max 29, big shout outs, bro. Really appreciate it.
And stuff, because it's like they so fucked up, they're trying to figure out why they ain't happy, but really you just gotta find God, find Jesus.
Now, have you seen this with your own personal eyes, or is this...
Many times.
Okay.
In many situations. Like, you know, especially being in Hollywood and being in the industry, you see a lot of that.
Now, were there ever times you almost yourself got wrapped up into that scenario, or no?
Well, as far as the drugs, no, because I never, I don't want to do that, because I done seen that to know, so I know better. But, like, as far as, like, probably, like, in Hollywood, if you in the industry, the devil, they, like, Illuminati, all that shit, they try to get you, especially when you got a big influence, you around that shit. They try to get anybody, but you just gotta be smart and have discernment and have God's favor over you. Cause if you don't got that and you in Cali, you gonna get sucked in.
And I agree with her. A lot of people get sucked into this. And the reason why they get sucked into this is because a lot of people feel like they're getting closer to a fairy tale. People want what they can't have. They want to feel what they can't feel. So when people watch TV, they start to idolize because it's something you can't touch. It's something that you can't feel. So when you start getting in these big cities and you start getting around these crowds, and you start to see people that you see on TV, now you start to see a fairy tale starts to come to life, right? So they start to actually feel like they're important the closer you start getting there. But in order to get in the industry, you have to be prepared to be anything that they want you to be. So they prefer that you be on drugs. They prefer that you be lost. They prefer that you be sick. They prefer that something is wrong with you so they can always get you and trap you in and make you into what they want you to be. Now, a lot of you guys, you've watched industries. You've watched the exposures, and you may say, Anthony, we know this already. We've watched a lot of documentaries. We've seen a lot of people talk about it. We've seen this and we've seen that. Yeah, but you also got to realize that you can catch this same buzz being somebody who's going to a local party. You have kids that are in high school that'll do anything to go hang around the cool kids and get sucked in and ended up getting their life messed up. So it goes deeper. It goes all the way back down into gangs. You got kids that join gangs just to feel like they're part of something, and they get swooped in and end up being the first ones getting killed.
For sure.
What are some of the ways they do try to get to a person of that magnitude?
Let me tell you. What they do is they invite you to these parties, these house parties, and then they be like, oh, Woot the Woot gonna be there, like your favorite rapper, the big ass person, and Woot the Woot gonna be there. Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones, and all this shit, and then.
Now I can testify to that. Pretty much any industry party that you go to, you're gonna have to give up your phone. Like your phone and your jacket's gonna check in at the same time. That's something that a lot of these rappers don't talk about that either. They don't talk about these industry parties that they go to where you got to walk in without a jacket. You can't have your cell phones. You got to ignore a lot of stuff, and you have to sign the paperwork. That's something that they don't write about in the songs that actually happens in real life.
They might do some gay shit to somebody and then try to like and record it and tell them, oh, if you expose us, we gonna post it everywhere. And I know that from word of ear, but I know they do a lot of crazy shit in these house parties. And also, what I was about to say? Oh, okay. Let me tell you an experience I went through personally. So I was with some friends in LA, and it was this big influencer party. Should I say her name? It was Bella Thorne party. So I got invited from some other friends. It was on Halloween. I already don't celebrate Halloween. That's the devil's day. But I happened to be with them and they was going. I was like, fuck it, let's go. So it already was a lot of signs. The party said you have to be half naked. I'm like, first of all, I ain't going half naked nowhere. Second of all, it was like a lot of signs that was adding up that night. Like the same night on Hollywood Boulevard, the party was off Hollywood Boulevard, some guy got shot and killed on Hollywood Boulevard, so the whole street was shut down. So that was another sign. So then we get to the party. You know, this is the beginning of all this COVID stuff. So we get up there. They talking about, oh yeah, you can't bring your phone in. I'm like, first of all, who ain't bringing their phone in? I'm bringing my motherfucking phone in. I don't give a fuck who you is. It could have been Kim Kardashian, and I'm bringing my phone. And then you gotta sign some papers. What am I signing some shit for to get into a party? Like,
see, when you sign the papers, right, you can't sue nobody for anything. That's what signing the papers are for, is because they know that when you get inside of these parties, it's pretty much anything goes. One thing that I've learned about Hollywood, it's nothing but sex, drugs, and rock and roll. In order to get to the top, you have to kiss somebody's ass that's already at the top. That's one thing that I've learned about Hollywood, is that you have to kiss ass to get to the top. Then when you get to the top, you got to turn around and have somebody kiss your ass in order to stay at the top. But when it comes to these type of parties are filled with sex and drugs due to the simple fact that they're always hazing somebody in. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as a fraternity. It's the same as anything else that people want to be in. If you want to get to superstar status, you will have to sacrifice something. You ever notice that magically, when most of these celebrities, something goes wrong, somebody's always dying around them? Some of your biggest celebrities always have somebody die that they can publicly put out and make money from. That becomes part of your brand. Stop and just think how many celebrities are famous, but you know somebody close to them that died.
what? Like, I'm from Atlanta. We don't do shit like that. And then this is where it really threw me off. They said they had to prick your blood to get in. I said, oh no, I'm good. Everyone else went. I called my Uber and left.
I've never really came across people who've said the blood thing. But I've met a lot of girls that have said that when they signed their paperwork, sex was inside the paperwork, that they would freely do it, and that they couldn't. They signed away rape. Like, some of these contracts, women have to sign away rape, and men. Understand that, and men. But if you're a person, right, and you're weak in heart, and you feel like, man, if I got this, then I'll be somebody. Or if I got this materialistic thing, I'll be somebody. Or if I was popular, then I'll feel like somebody. If you that type of person that deep down in your heart, you're willing to sell your soul just to feel that attention of feeling important, guess what? They're going to aim for you whenever you're in Hollywood. They're going to aim for you whenever you go to these parties, because you're exposing yourself as the weakest link. I'm telling you, I've seen more people come into Hollywood and leave drug addicts No one, think about it, even celebrities, no one as a celebrity, you do not live a happy life whatsoever. Your entire life is broadcast, and whenever you try to stop like you're going to work, something just magically happens. You have to understand, this fame comes with a price. Attention comes with a price. And the reason why it comes with a price is because people want popularity in order to just feel better than what they are. They want to feel like a king. They want to feel important. The only downfall about it is you have to entertain the masses. You have to be good enough for the masses. The masses have to accept you, which means that you're not allowed to be yourself. You have to be what people want you to be. I always tell you, Cardi B plays a stupid woman on TV. She woke up a long time ago, but when she sees how much money she makes being dumb, then she continues to do it, and people fall in love with that brand. It's the same thing with some content creators. Like with me, I teach you guys about women. But if I was to wake up one day on this channel and just start talking about cars, you're not going to want to see that because you came here for another subject, right? Okay, that's how Hollywood is. They're going to want you to play the subject, or they're going to want you to play the character that everybody is going to look at. And if you're willing to be any character that they want you to be, then they promise you money and prosperity. It's just that when your soul is gone, you would never get it back. And the reason why you'll never get it back is because you never knew who you really were before you went for the fame.
Like, that's the shit where I think they be trying to get you. And like, if it's like you gotta think about it, people move to LA for a dream. They chasing money, fame, clout, whatever. So they gotta think about it. Somebody like a young girl that's trying to get on, they just moved out there. She gon', oh hell yeah, Bella Thorne, and then you don't know who else in it, like connect.
She's right. Now, Hollywood get women the worst. They get women the worst. That's why like chicks like Brittany Renner, it's not a big deal to Hollywood stars. Because you have girls behind the scenes that are doing worse. The prettiest girl do the nastiest stuff in Hollywood. The prettiest girls do the nastiest stuff now at a college party. And let's say that the team won. You're going to always find the sluttiest women are being the prettiest women because they're willing to sell their soul for that fame and notoriety. If a woman makes you work for her, she's already gave it up to somebody with power for free. Understand that.
Me, I'm good. Like, that shit gonna come naturally. I don't gotta prick my finger, take my blood to get into a party. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. I'm not finna do something like that.
Now, you did, the others did actually attend that party.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what ended up happening at the party and things of that nature? Or?
No, I didn't even ask them. And I don't judge them. Like, that's them. I can't help what they do. Yeah.